by this red jasper stone. Pile 2 has this black tourmaline stone. And pile 3 with the lapis lazuli stone. So just focus on the piles here and choose the one that you're most drawn to. And if the reading doesn't resonate with you, go ahead and watch one of the other pile readings and see if that does. And if none of them resonate with you, then this just is not your reading. Okay, so I've moved piles 2 and 3 to the side here, and we're going to start with pile 1. So if you chose pile 1, represented by the red jasper here, and let me just move this light because it's causing a glare. I don't think that's even going to help. And I just moved my whole camera. Okay, that's going to have to work. Okay, so I have chosen some pre-shuffled oracle cards and then a few tarot cards, and then we will draw some more. So to start, we've got the yin energy. This card is the yin yang energy. It's number 22. But in the upright, it represents yin, which is female energy, feminine energy. I'm sorry, not male or female, not gender specific. We all have feminine and masculine energies, but this is more about kind of sitting back, being more passive, being more receptive in your feminine energy. And then here we have impasse. So impasse is representing that you're at a crossroads. And there may be 2 paths to take that you don't know which one would be the right one, but there's something blocking you and you have to choose to go a different route. So we'll look more into these as I get further. But for now, I'm just going to see what other cards I have. We've got the earthworm energy and we have the black egg. Okay, so I'm going to look these up also, but the earthworm energy is also a lot about being passive and not going forward with your true potential just quite yet. And the black egg, as crazy as it sounds, I think is also very similar. I'm going to read the book on those, so I don't want to say something that's wrong. Okay, and then these 3 tarot cards, we've got the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, and we've got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So the 6 of Swords is about moving forward towards something that's more peaceful. So something maybe has been a little rocky. And then the 9 of Wands is about going through a lot of hardships and battle and coming out the other end successfully, I guess. So this is saying that you've been through a lot of things that were meant to break you, but you survived and you didn't give up. And then we've got the 6 of Pentacles. That's about not receiving as much as you're giving. So things maybe not being reciprocal. Okay, so I do want to start with the earthworm and the black egg, and I'm going to read from the book a little bit on those. Yeah, so the earthworm energy is shy and hesitant and is reluctant to share its inner vision. So it's like you've got inner vision, you're just reluctant to share it with the world. So it's saying how the earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember that they once felt earthworm energy too. This card's a reminder not to be intimidated or to lose hope. Mastery takes time and you're on the right track. So that's really good to know. You have what it takes inside you to make it past this impasse, basically. But right now, especially being in the yin energy, you're not making much of a move towards it. Now, let's see, with the black egg. Let me find it. Okay, so the black egg is speaking from an authentic voice. It's the truth. So the black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, no excuses, small talk, noise, or lies. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Okay, so I'm not going to read all of it, but it's about speaking your truth, basically. So, that said, it's interesting to me that the earthworm is over here on the left side, and then the black egg is over here on the right. So I think that there's something you definitely need to stop being so passive about and move forward. And you're at this impasse. That's also very interesting to me that the impasse is here in the middle of being too shy to speak up and speaking up. So we're going to find out how to get through this issue here. We're going to find out more about the impasse and what these tarot cards mean. I'm going to move these to the side. This is your general energy. I'm going to move these up here. And we're going to start. I'm going to put these here. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to start with some just regular tarot, and I want to find out more about this yin energy. And I feel like you need to bring in more of the masculine energy in order to get past whatever this impasse is, but we'll see. So with you've got yin energy. All right, we've got the King of Swords and Justice, which is ironic to me because they're holding the same sword, which I will show you in a second. I want to get one more. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So the King of Swords is all about speaking your truth, ironically, and he uses his sword here to point out the truth. Sword represents, it's an air sign, so it represents clarity and ideas and thoughts. So you need to, I was right about you need to be more in your yang energy. Justice in reverse is telling me that things haven't always been fair for you. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is also like, things haven't been very fair for you and you've had a hard time making ends meet. You've had a hard time with resources and with finances and getting ahead. And in order to solve that, it looks like you need to speak up for yourself. You need to, and it doesn't have to be speaking as much as you need to take a step in the right direction. And I want to, all right, so we're going to do the earthworm is, no, I'm not going to clarify these. They self-explain themselves. So we're trying to get from earthworm energy to black egg energy. You've got some kind of impasse here. I want to find out more about that. Okay, so the impasse, I really like this. We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles is an opportunity, and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is an opportunity that you're putting into motion. So Pentacles are stability and security, and he's taking this pentacle and he's taking it forward and putting it into motion. But the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the deck that's not moving. He's standing still. And that really represents that it's slow and steady wins the race. So whatever this impasse is, if you take the right road, you're going to be able to build this opportunity. Right now you feel stuck. The Eight of Swords is a self-imposed prison, but I'm here to tell you that she's not stuck. Her feet are not tied up. She's standing in the middle of all these swords. Yes, she's tied up here, and she does have a blindfold on, but the blindfold is because she doesn't want to see the reality of the situation. If she took off her blindfold, she would see that she's free to go. So this is about procrastinating. You feel like you're at an impasse, but you're really not. If you use the knowledge of the sword and you take this pentacle and you put it in motion, get on that horse and go towards your goals. The Eight of Pentacles is talking about working really hard towards your goals. Basically, it's perfecting your skills. This man has built all of these pentacles by himself, and he's so proud of his work that he's displayed them on the wall for everybody to see. So this is talking about using your skills, stop feeling stuck, and move forward with whatever it is, like your hopes and your dreams, basically. You feel like you're stuck, but you're not. You need to get out of this passive energy and take a step in the right direction. And everything should work out. So, as cliche as that sounds, but I mean it. So then, okay, let's start with the tarot. So we've got the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords is moving away from choppy waters to smooth sailing. The water on this side of the boat is very rough and choppy, if you can see that. And on this side, it's really smooth. So he's taking this woman and her child away from the drama and away from the stress and taking her towards a more peaceful little island over here. So let's find out more about that. Hold on, I'm going to do that again, but I'm going to remember what cards we had, but I don't like how many came out. Also, I'm just making a mental note of what they are, but I'm going to do it again. So I guess just ignore what I just did. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing there. These are tiny cards. But I like them because I have tiny hands. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Aces are new beginnings. And again, Pentacles represent something stable and secure. It's a new opportunity coming your way. But so the Ace is a brand new beginning. So you're leaving this troubled space here and you're going towards a new beginning. Temperance is patience and balance. So it's something that I feel like you've been waiting a long time for. You've been really wanting this, and you feel like maybe you've been waiting forever and that it's never going to come, but that's not the case. Now, the Two of Wands is about planning your future, and that was in reverse. So I feel like the only thing stopping you, again, is your own failure to move forward, your own procrastination. So let me see. What is it? I want to see what is it that you're moving away from? Because this card here, this is the Nine of Wands. This tells me that you've been through battle. You've been through a lot of things and you haven't given up, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't hurt. He's all bruised and battered in this picture, and that's because he's been through a lot. And yes, it hurts, but he's not giving up because he knows better things are coming. So I want to ask what is this choppy water that you're moving away from? Okay, so you've got the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. It's knowing that something is coming to you, but you're just waiting for it, right? The Justice, now here we had Justice in reverse, and now here we have it in the upright. You're waiting for your justice. You're waiting for things that you deserve to finally come your way. And also the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So I feel like this choppy water that you want to move away from is all of the stress that you've been under from not getting the things that you've wanted in life. You've been through all these battles of not getting your justice, things just not being fair to you and not getting your wishes. And you've just been waiting. You've been in this period of waiting for when am I ever going to finally get what I want? When am I going to finally get all of the things that will make me happy? So that's kind of where you're at right now. However, I do see you moving away from that towards something better. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles. That makes a lot of sense right there. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands. And I don't know if you know what? That's the Seven of Pentacles. It's upside down, so I got that wrong from the beginning. So the Seven of Pentacles is about thinking that maybe you've wasted all your time. So he has planted all these pentacles to grow into this tree here. And he's wondering if he wasted all of his time planting that or if it's actually going to grow into what he wants. So it's about putting in the effort. But it was in the reverse, which tells me that you're really thinking like, great, I just wasted the last 7 years of my life with this person or, you know, in this job or whatever the case may be. You feel like you just wasted all of that time and it got you nowhere. Now, that is clarified by the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is about choices and options. See all of these cups, and each cup has something different in it, and he's just looking at them. He's trying to decide which one he wants. So with this card clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, and you also have, I just want to point out 777, and I just like seeing that. I feel like luck is finally in your favor. But what this is telling you is that all of these things that you've been through that have caused lots of stress have not wasted your years. In fact, they've brought you all of these opportunities. Every opportunity that you have coming your way wouldn't be possible if it weren't for all of the things that you've been through. You've learned a lot, and you've learned what not to put up with, which brings us to the Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands is not seeing eye to eye. It's bickering. It's fighting back and forth. But also it's a card of training. These people are training for battle. So all of the things that you've been through have not been wasting your time, but more so teaching you lessons of what not to put up with, which brings us to the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is standing up for what you believe in, standing your ground, being defensive, but in a good way. So all of the things you've been through, all of the years that you think you wasted, were really just teaching you what not to put up with, what you do want, and how to handle negative situations in the future. So it looks really good. I think that the main message here is to, again, speak your mind, stand up for what you believe in, just stop being so passive and start being more aggressive in your everyday situations. You feel like you're stopped at an impasse right now, find your way out of that. You need to look for any kind of resources that you can and make a move. So I hope that this helped. And if not, you can watch pile 2 or pile 3 for some more answers. Okay, so for pile 2, represented by the black tourmaline, we have a storm warning. We have horse energy and oyster energy. We have joy, the King of Cups, the Magician, and the Five of Cups. Okay. So the storm warning is about some kind of sudden upheaval, something that you're going through that is going to be really hard. So there's no way to sugarcoat that. There's something you're going through now, or something that you've recently been through that seems like very traumatic. So it could be losing a job. It could be going through a divorce, a breakup. It could be, something that seems devastating. But there is always a good side. And with joy right here under it, it's looking really good. So horse energy is about never giving up. You can do anything. The horse is a very strong animal, very persevering, and just doesn't give up, right? He gets the job done. And oyster energy is about a hidden talent that you have. It's also about hard work and not giving up, surprisingly. So there's something that you're going through that's really hard, and these both are pointing to the fact that you've got this. You've got something inside you that you can get through. So like the oyster, how he's got the pearl inside. He takes, the sand and the dirt and makes an oyster out of it. So that's good to see. There's definitely, you're stronger than whatever this storm is. Now, joy talks about, this is Dancing Daisy and how she brings joy everywhere she goes. So that's another good thing to see right under the storm warning, is its positivity and its happiness and turning a bad situation into a good one. So I see lots of strength here, even with the tarot cards here, and overcoming whatever this is. you're going to come out stronger, basically. We've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is really about having full control over your emotions. So this king is sitting in the middle of the ocean here on a stone throne. The water in the ocean represents your emotions, and he's sitting on a stone throne, so he's very solid in those emotions. The King of Cups is very loving and caring and honest and in touch with his emotions. The Magician talks about being able to create the life of your dreams. You're the magician of your life. So you can create whatever you want. You manifest what you want and you bring it to life. And then we've got the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is about grief and loss. So with this storm warning here, obviously something painful has happened and you're over here grieving what you've lost. But he's got 5 cups here and he's grieving over the loss of these 3 cups that have spilled. But if he were to turn around, he would see that he's got 2 cups still remaining. And the 2 of Cups is a soulmate. It's a solid, stable connection. So he's got the 2 of Cups still behind him if he would just turn around. So let's look into this a little bit more. I'm going to move these up here. First, I want to find out more about this storm warning. And I do have the Magician at the bottom of the deck too. So there's definitely something that you're going to be manifesting into your future. So I really like that for you. But I want to find out what this storm warning is about. The fact that it's a warning tells me it might not have happened yet, but it may have. This is also a very general reading for a collective, so, you know, some of you could be going through it now, and some of you could be in the near future. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Swords. I'll put this down here, because that's what I'm focusing on right now. Okay, we've got the 4 of Swords. Oh, the 4 of Swords is resting and recovering, so when this does happen, if it hasn't already, I feel like taking a time out, I call this a spa day card, taking a time out and really resting is what's going to help the most. Don't try to do too much too fast. And then the Wheel of Fortune, wow. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune is literally turning in your favor. So this is telling you just take a minute, take a breath, and you're going to realize that good things are actually coming. This, I feel like, is a blessing in disguise. And then also the King of Cups again here. So with the resting card and the King of Cups, like I said, this is being completely in control of your emotions. So let's say, you know, you want to scream and yell at somebody. Don't do that. Just stay calm and stay in control of those emotions, because luck is coming. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is clarity. So you're going to gain clarity on a situation. So I feel like whatever is happening is going to really, even though it might hurt, it's going to open your eyes. And you're going to see things for what they truly are instead of the mask that you've been shown in the past. So really think of that as a blessing in disguise, because I really feel like that's what that is. So let's get rid of move these. And now we've got the Horse and the Oyster. Horse energy is about being strong and tough and just full charge ahead, right? So once this storm happens, you're going to get right back on that horse, basically. But let's find out more about that. Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands. Perfect girl to be riding away on the horse. So she goes after what she wants. We've got the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak, but also healing from heartbreak. In the upright, it would be healing. And then we've got the Hierophant, which is higher learning. Okay, so with the Hierophant, the heartbreak, and the Queen of Wands, there could have been a divorce here. The Hierophant is about marriage. The Queen of Wands sometimes represents the other woman in heartbreak. This tells me there may have been a marriage or relationship that there was some kind of infidelity. And I feel like this is telling you, like, you have the strength to overcome this hurt. I'm really getting that with these three together. I initially was going to say something, oh yeah, and the Seven of Swords is a betrayal card. So there definitely was some kind of betrayal that happened, which I know that is very hard to get over, but the cards are telling you that you have the strength needed to get over this. There's something where you weren't getting what you put in. You weren't being treated fairly. But with, like I said, you have the horse energy. You have to remain strong, get back on that horse, and go towards your joy. And so the oyster is about, like I said, having that hidden, you have that hidden gem inside you. You have something that, hold on, let me get one more. You have something that's going to definitely help you get through this. But you're hiding it inside. And you know you have it, but you're not showing it yet. And the Four of Pentacles really, to me, really solidifies that for me. Because he's holding on to these coins. Like with dear life, holding on to those coins. So you are the oyster holding on to that pearl for dear life. When really, see how this Knight of Wands is running. He's taking this wand and going. And then you've got the Queen of Cups. So the King of Cups is here twice. So we've got the Queen of Cups. Okay. So I'm seeing this as some kind of betrayal that you've been through. And I'm seeing this as somebody that is going to be all of the things the other person wasn't, but you have to be open and willing to let that person in your life. You have to be the Queen of Cups here, offering the love, and you have to maybe expose yourself a little bit when you may be too scared to do so. And the Hermit. So you've learned a lot on this journey. Whether it hasn't started yet or not, you're going to learn a lot. And with the Hermit, you really went inside and really learned all of the things that you aren't willing to put up with and the things that you know you deserve, and you're going to persevere and get through whatever this is. Okay, and then now I've got Joy. Joy with the Tower in reverse. So the Tower is basically the same storm warning card, but you've got it in reverse. So bringing joy into the situation is going to turn around this situation and make it better. The Fool in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. So the King of Swords in reverse, along with the Fool in reverse. So this is like a foolish person. The King of Swords in reverse is like somebody with very strong narcissistic traits. But here's you dancing joy. So you're going to get past this person. You have to know that it's not you, it's them, basically. You are this joy, happy person. And this person is, you know, has shown you these toxic traits and made you feel like you're the problem. And this is telling you that you're not. So instead of carrying around this situation with you, this bad situation that happened, just know that it was this person. So once this person is out of your life, so is the negativity. And you can move forward with the joy that you were meant to move forward with. Okay, so I'm going to look into the tarot. Sorry, I'm trying to make room here. Okay, so we've got this King of Cups. King of Cups, again, is making sure that you're in control of your emotions at all times. So you might want to scream and yell and throw things, but you're not going to do that. You're going to remain calm and in your own power. King of Wands. Two Kings. Wow. And the Emperor and Strength. I've never seen a stronger set of cards before. The Emperor is in charge, right? The King of Wands goes after what he wants. He doesn't care what anybody has to say about it. He's just going to get what he wants. And then Strength is that inner strength that nobody can take away from you. So this, I feel like, is just flat out telling you you're stronger than whatever that situation was. And you're going to get through it. You're going to be that horse. And you're going to take charge, basically. The Magician is manifesting the life that you want. So what are you manifesting? You're manifesting justice. Justice is what you deserve finally coming to you. Six of Wands is victory, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is really nice. I love it. So the Ten of Wands is about a heavy burden that you're carrying, but that's in reverse. So you're finally able to set that burden down. And the Six of Wands is victory and justice. I mean, that's amazing. So you're going to manifest something much better to come into your life. So take all of that energy that you have that is telling you, oh, this is horrible. I can't believe I'm going through this. What did I do to deserve this? All that energy that you have about this negative situation, and turn it into joy. Turn it into joy. And in that way, you're going to be able to manifest the life of your dreams. Focus on the good things that you want to bring into your life. And then we've got this Five of Cups. And that's the grieving the loss of something. You're grieving the loss. Oh, I love this. The Five of Swords is battle. It's conflict. It's somebody who wants to win at all costs, who will stab you in the back. So you're grieving the loss of that. You don't want, I mean, that's something that you didn't want anyways, right? And then you've got the Eight of Swords, which is a self-imposed prison. It's feeling trapped and stuck. You were trapped and stuck in this hostile environment. So when you feel sad about losing whatever this was, a person, a job, you need to remind yourself how toxic it was. And then you're going to be, we've got the Queen of Wands here sitting in her power. We've got the King and Queen of Wands. And again, up here, I was saying how I see this as a new person that's not going to be like the old one, or a new job that's not going to be like the old one, whatever, take it as it resonates. But we've got the King and Queen of Wands here, which is a soulmate match. And here behind him, he's grieving the loss of these things. And behind him is a soulmate. It's the Two of Cups. And then you've got divine partnership here. So I do feel like you have good things coming to you. And the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is happily ever after. So I really like this reading, actually. You might be going through something that's a little tough in the past, present, or in the near future. But with this reading, it's telling you you've got what it takes to get through this. And you're definitely going to come out stronger on the other end. So thank you, and I hope this helps. Okay, pile 3 with the lapis lazuli stone. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, pile 3, which is represented by the lapis lazuli. Pile 3, we have First Chakra Archangel Michael card, number 35. We have the Passion card. And then for Animal Spirit, we have the Gazelle and the Owl. Your tarot cards, we have Justice. We have 4 here. I normally only do 3, so I must have got an extra one. We'll always take an extra one. I'm going to put that over there. So we've got Justice, we've got the Two of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Star. So I really like that. Okay, this is looking like a very passionate, obviously the card Passion here, but very passionate, maybe even a love reading. I'm not sure. So anyways, we've got the First Chakra Archangel Michael, and that is about feeling safe and secure and moving towards your passions, obviously. So yeah, it's about, let me actually read a little bit of the book for that one. But Archangel Michael gives you security and let's see, oh, there it is. Yeah, stability and security. Michael holds a beautiful globe of red energy at the first chakra. This is a place your sense of stability and security is stored. This reveals that your energy is flowing freely regarding these issues. Even if you've had problems with feeling secure in the past, these challenges are beginning to be resolved at this time. Archangel Michael is bringing you strength and personal stability. So that is always good, right? So passion. Passion is about you're on the right track. You are right to follow your passion. So something that you really want to do or you really want to move forward with, you can trust your instinct on that and you can move towards it with confidence. So that's really good. And I feel like these two go together pretty well. Now the gazelle. The gazelle is graceful and resourceful. And I will read the book on that too. I'm not too sure about all of these animal cards yet, but I know a few things about it. And the gazelle is elegant and resourceful is all I can think of right now. Heightened awareness and ability, and vulnerable. So the gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. So gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty that they've spent so much effort cultivating. It says, no more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. So I feel like this is all about following what you have in front of you with passion and knowing that it's right and knowing that you don't have to second guess yourself. The owl. The owl is very intuitive. The owl also brings gifts with it. So let's see. The owl is abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. So let's see I'm not going to read it all. This is an omen that a boon or a treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do. Yeah, so that's good. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. Okay, so this is a really good reading. I like it. I feel like it's just all good things. And then with the tarot, we have justice, which is good karma, justice coming your way. The Two of Pentacles is juggling something, so we'll look into that. The King of Pentacles is very abundant. I do feel like some abundance is coming your way, and it's something that you have maybe worked towards, and you're now going to reap the benefits of it. And then the Star is literally wish fulfillment. So that is really good. Now I want to move these over and we will find out more about this reading. I'm going to move them up there. Okay. So, Archangel Michael, let's see which stability and security he is bringing to you. Now, this may be something that you don't have yet and that you might have in the near future. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles, it's funny because Pentacles represents security and stability. And every single card here, besides obviously the major arcana cards here, is a pentacle. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Two, and the King. So I definitely feel like there's abundance coming your way, especially with the Owl and the Star. I love this. I'm going to get one more, not two. So the Knight, oh my God, the Ace of Pentacles. I swear I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. You definitely have some kind of major opportunity coming your way with this Ace of Pentacles. It's a new beginning. It's a new start. So you may be starting your own business, something like that, right? Now the Four of Pentacles is like a miser. So this is something that you have put a lot of thought into and maybe saved money for. And the Knight of Pentacles is taking this Ace of Pentacles and putting it into action. So that is really good. And that is something that's clarifying the first chakra Archangel Michael card, which is bringing you the security. Like he's telling you it's okay to do this. You've got this. Go for it. Okay, so now let's clarify the Gazelle. The Gazelle, like I said, was graceful. With the Hermit, so the Hermit is about going deep within and really realizing what it is that you want from life and what it is that you have to do to get there. And when you come out of your hermit journey, you're wiser. So, like I said, with the gazelle being very resourceful. Hold on, these cards are not cooperating. It's something that you've been doing. And then, so, strength and the Knight of Wands. And see how he's carrying this staff here, and the Knight of Wands has the same one. So you have gone within and you've really already asked yourself the tough questions, I feel, and now you have the strength to move forward. You've got this strength to take all of these ideas and these thoughts that you've had and to move it forward with the gazelle here. And now the owl is about knowing. I feel like you already know all of this. You're just waiting for some kind of sign from the universe to move forward with it. And I mean, this would be your sign. So let's see. The owl comes with a hidden treasure. Seven of Pentacles, and that was in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles is asking yourself if you have put in all this work for nothing. And in reverse, I'm going to tell you that. Hold on, let me get a couple more before I say anything else. So you might really feel like you have maybe studied for this or saved money for this or put in some kind of work behind the scenes and that it's going to waste. The Knight of Swords is being impulsive. So I don't think you've been impulsive. I feel like you've maybe been a little too careful with whatever this is. And the Queen of Swords, all in reverse. Okay, so you're very reluctant, I feel like. So you've been questioning your ideas and choices, and you've really been like, yeah, like reluctant, like setting boundaries on yourself. And not really going for whatever this is. However, I think that all these other cards are telling you to go for it. The owl is your intuition, and I feel like you're blocking your own gifts from coming in by being this way. So keep that in mind. You might need to take a deep breath like the gazelle and move forward. Okay, so let's find out more about this passion. The passion card is really telling you you're on the right track and it's okay to go after what you want. Oh, the devil. The devil in reverse, though. I feel like there might be some people around you that are telling you, oh, you can't do that. You have the Hierophant and the Four of Cups. So I feel like there might be some people around you that are telling you, you can't do that. You have to get a real job, or you have to start from the bottom and work your way up, or whatever the case may be. But you know that you can do it. The devil in reverse is telling me that there are people talking that are maybe scaring you or badly influencing your thoughts into not going ahead with whatever this is. And then the Hierophant is moving on up to the next level, and that's stopping you. That's stopping you from moving up. And the Four of Cups is about disappointment. So you've been disappointed before. So maybe you've tried, let's say you're starting your own business. Let's say you've tried doing that already a few times and it failed. But just know this right here is the hand of God handing you this fourth cup, which is everything that you want. So just because these three cups have disappointed you does not mean that the next one's going to. So I think with this passion, it's telling you like you are right to follow your passions and keep going forward. Don't let anybody take that away. And then you've got Justice. Justice is things that you deserve finally coming your way. We've got the Ten of Swords here, and the Ten of Swords, and then through 2 3s. I like that. The Ten of Swords is a painful ending. It's something completely being dead, done, and over with. So justice is things are finally working out for you because something ended. You have to completely cut something off or somebody in order for this justice to come in. And when that comes in, this is you. The Three of Cups is celebrating with your friends. And the Three of Pentacles, also 3. So there's 3 people in each card. The Three of Pentacles is teamwork makes the dream work. So somebody in your past needs to go and stay in your past. They weren't helping you out with this. And in order for things to work out in the future, you need to get with the right people. The people who are going to cheer you on. Now you've got the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is balancing 2 things. I usually call it work hard, play hard. So if you're working really hard, make sure you find time for fun. But it's kind of just like, should I do this or should I do that? And let's find out more about that one. The King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. That is crazy to me that there's 2 kings there. However, I think that this is, let me get one more. And the Queen of Swords. Oh boy. I think this is you fighting with yourself, like in your own head, going back and forth. You know, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I take the logical route, or should I take the route that's going to bring me more money? Like I said, there may be people who are telling you, you can't do that. You have to start from the bottom. You can't make that much money right off the bat. You have to get schooling first, or whatever the case may be. Swords are thoughts, and Pentacles is security. So you're really fighting with yourself here. But the Queen of Swords is setting a boundary. So cut out any of your negative self-talk. Cut out any negative talk from other people, because I think that you definitely have what it takes here with all the passionate cards at the top. The owl, the gazelle. I feel like whatever this is, there's no warnings here, basically. And then that goes right to another King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a very stable, secure man. He's got his whole kingdom with the richest things and the finest foods, and he takes care of everybody. Hermit again. Got a couple hermits here. And I like the Hermit because he goes and really, he thinks things through first, right? So he knows what he's doing. He's very wise. The Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is happily ever after. And the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, which is up here as well. That's about going towards something you're passionate about. Wands represent passion. And that's going to lead you to your happily ever after. You've already put in a lot of thought to something. And it's definitely going to lead you to stability. I feel like this is a very cliche reading, but there's nothing negative here. And then we've got the Star, which is your wish fulfillment at the very end, which ended up being an extra card. I only draw 3, and there was a 4th one in there. So with wish fulfillment, you have the Two of Pentacles again. You have the Five of Wands in reverse. I want one more. And the Three of Swords in reverse. The Five of Wands and the Three of Swords, both in reverse, but the Three of Swords is heartbreak, and the Five of Wands is bickering and not seeing eye to eye with somebody. Now, both of these are in reverse. And then the Two of Pentacles, which was over here, that's about like really battling with your own thoughts. Is everybody correct when they tell me I can't do this, or can I really do it? And that is clarifying your wish fulfillment. I feel like you need to forget what other people are saying. Forget anything that's hurting your feelings or making you feel like you're less than. Forget that and know that you can do this. I feel like that's a very good reading. And I hope that helped. And thank you for watching.